It's all a scam. This is all a scam.
I couldn't say it any better myself. I'm going to set my gear up here in a second. I got some coffee brewing, and then we're going to talk about some stuff they're trying to be slick with and slide through Congress. But I think our guy Lee Zeldin's going to put his foot on it and destroy it. But let's talk about it. All right, guys, so welcome on back to TK's Garage. I got my coffee, we got the lights up, I got the camera situated. And I got to talk about the Diesel Emissions Reduction Act. Now, if you didn't know, it's one of many grant programs or regulations that are, grant programs that Lee Zeldin, the EPA administrator, pulled all the way back, reined it in. But unfortunately, we have a couple of rhinos and a couple of dumbasses from California and the state of New York that are trying to propose this and try to say it's bipartisan, but it's not. And they want to renew the funding. So what does this do? The Diesel Emissions Reduction Act. It basically allows the federal government to incentivize getting rid of diesel engines. Old, reliable diesel engines. 12-valve Cummins. 7.3 liter Power Strokes. Old, reliable diesel engines. This is like cash for clunkers, and this is how I know, like, there's no way on planet Earth that the current president and the current administrator at the EPA agrees with this crap. But because we know that we have fake truck fans, and this is the thing that pisses me off. I watched 4 different YouTube channels today. All of them are supposed to be pro diesel pickup trucks, pro truck, whatever. But they all should have their, I get it because one of them is not a man, but they should all have their man cards pulled. Like, to even try to promote this crap is ridiculous. And that brings us into today's sponsor today. And I know that this sponsor is probably going to kill the monetization today, but I don't care about the monetization today. It's literally about getting the word out. So without further ado, let's roll this ad.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Some of you tree-hugging, unrealistic dumbasses could learn something from that ad. Facts. So this is what you got to do. We already have the deregulation, and I've seen some channels where they're having experts and other people on where they're talking about, they'll never get rid of diesel emission systems. I can tell you right mother effing now, from my sources at Stellantis, and I think as the guy who's more than 90+% right on every single leak I've ever dropped about the company and what goes on at board meetings and everything else, that they are ecstatic to get rid of DEF, DPF filters, and other crap off diesel engines that they're dealing with now. Do you know how many billions of dollars, not just Stellantis, but Ford and GM have to pay in buybacks of diesel trucks that just can't get the emission system right and they keep friggin' breaking under warranty? Do you know how many billions of dollars that is? Yeah. Manufacturers are never signing on to this BS. They do it, and I know, and I've seen this other stuff. Well, aren't they coming out with 2027? I've seen it in some of these dumbasses are in my comments. They're already coming out with 2027 engines. There was some guy who had a fleet. Well, we've already paid for our 2027 engines. Well, you're a dumbass then. Because those emission targets don't exist anymore. They're gone. There is no 2027 emission target. That's a wrap. That's what we've been fighting for with the Congressional Review Acts. That's why the Transportation Freedom Act has been put up there. And here's the thing. This is the sneaky BS that these rhinos and these scumbags on the other side are trying to push. And it's this. They try to do this. Oh, well, the Diesel Emissions Reduction Act, we match money with them so that they can get better fuel efficient options to, run their business. But that's what it is. We'll give you an unreliable electrical semi-truck system for your semi-diesel old school Peterbilt that runs like a champ, and you rebuild it every 700,000 miles. No, thank you. We'll give you a propane solution. Cool. And where the F am I going to fill that up driving over the road across the country? Like, you have to be realistic when it comes to these regulations. And thank God we got somebody in here like Lee Zeldin at the EPA that can see through this Mickey Mouse BS. But see, this is where you have to be careful, right? This is how they slide stuff in to screw you. And this is why I don't care if you're in Texas. I don't care where you're at, right? I don't care where you live in the country. If you have a congressman or a senator with an R next to their name, you need to call them. That's who's in the majority. You need to call them. And if you're in Detroit, you should do the same thing. Even if they got D's next to their names, they're going to listen. You need to call them and say, by no means do you push this bill, vote on this bill. It better never come out of mother effing committee. The Diesel Emissions Reduction Act is dead. Click. That's it. And if enough of you do that, there'll be no more funding for this Mickey Mouse BS. Because here's the sad part. Could there be positive things like school buses and some other stuff that they may get better engine options or something for some crippling ass school bus that they can't fix or rebuild that engine anymore? Sure there is. But they use, you give them an inch, you give these environmental dumbasses this much, and they go this far. Every time. And you have to shut it down. You have to put a stop to it now. I just talked about it. I know you guys saw the video early this morning talking about CARB, them being insolvent. And I have a separate video from that because I already see people in the comments going like, oh, they're not insolvent. No, they went from putting out $2.6 billion to $35 million in a year, but no, they're solvent. The great the great climate scam is over if you don't let it continue. And the only way, look, we are on the verge, and I know people are going to be in my comments, call out all four of those YouTube channels that are like truck friendly, that are pro DEF and all this other. I've seen your comments. I'm not going to do that. Also, because I know that you guys are savages and you're going to get into their comments and bully them. I don't want to do that. If I wanted to do that, I'd just call them out directly. I don't like some of them anyway. Just saying. That said, people, I'm a little different. Like people are entitled to their opinion. I just don't like people that act like they're on a certain side and hang in a certain group, but really closetly hate the group that they're in. Does it make sense? It would be the equivalent of, I probably can't say that. That'll get me canceled. How do I explain this? It's like you you really want to be a fireman, right? And you really want to be a firefighter. My guy Dizzle probably can explain this. But you closetly just want to set fires. Like, that's literally what these guys are that try to act like they're pro truck or pro diesel engine, but then they're closetly like, yeah, let's go for this. Shh, don't tell anybody. So thanks to our sponsor, shut the fuck up. Talk to your congressmen and your senators today. It's important. Make sure that they do not support the Diesel Emissions Reduction Act. Don't do it. Tell them not to support that crap. Do not fund it. We can use that money elsewhere, like paying down our friggin' debt. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Go check out the new website, tksgarage.com, if you want to check out some of the merch. We have the Support Diesel Deletes merch up there now. Coffee cups, hoodies, t-shirts, things of that nature. I think there's a mouse pad or some other crap up there. Go check it out. Because as much as these closet scumbags want to try to put the genie back in the bottle, genie's out the bottle, bums. We're going to get back to having common sense with this friggin' emissions crap. We're not doing this anymore. Till next time, stay petty, my friends.